What's going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a breakout strategy that you guys can play, whether you're day trading options, equities, futures. It does not really matter, right? So we're going to be looking at Tesla. Again, I just dropped a video on the video. That trade went over $1,500. If you guys want to check it out, it's the last video that I just uploaded. But what we're going to be looking at here is one of the top two favorite stocks that I like to trade along with Nvidia. That is Tesla. Now, I've taken multiple trades today on Tesla. Again, if you guys are in the Discord, you guys know for 4 days I've been waiting for this either break out or break down on Tesla. If we kind of go to the daily chart, we've just essentially been going sideways for the last 3 to 4 days in a very, very tight range. Now, there was a move ready to happen. Whether that move was breaking down or breaking out, we had to kind of wait for that. But what I want to show you guys is that if you kind of just stay patient, you understand your levels and you understand your supply and demand zones, that one trade or 1 day's worth of trading on that particular stock can make up a week's worth of P&L. So as day traders, even as scalpers, we have to kind of be patient. We have to be okay with sitting on our hands because those big trades are coming. Now, it's in the days when we are chopping around and we're not doing a whole lot and the price action's not the best, when we're trying to force trades and make, something out of nothing. We're trying to squeeze all this water out of a rock. Instead, with experience comes patience. Okay. So in trading as a day trader, you need to be patient. You need to understand technical analysis. You need to understand your risk and how to manage that risk. And you need to understand when it's time to put your foot on the gas and when it's time to kind of put your foot on the brake. What we're looking at here, I'm not even going to get into the trade off the open. That's pretty self-explanatory. Anyone who pretty much bought calls off the open, I'm hoping and I'm assuming that you guys already made money, so I don't really want to cover that. I kind of covered that in my last video with Nvidia. So if you guys are looking how to trade the open or you're looking how to catch the momentum off the bell, definitely watch the Nvidia video. But what I want to show you here is how to play the breakout, right? Because a lot of times you hear, well, the stock is overextended, the stock is oversold. And you see all of these traders on social media trying to be a hero and time the top. You're constantly trying to short the top on a, trending day. You're constantly trying to bounce a stock when the market is just continuing to move down. Instead of doing all that and draining your mental equity and your capacity and getting stressed out and making 100 trades a day, why not just sit patient, go with the flow, and take your moves? You've already been watching the stock. You already know the levels. Once we've broken a specific daily level, you kind of understand that we're in a little bit of a day's intraday trend. So all you have to do is kind of wait for those spots, whether you're waiting for them to pull back into support to bounce them to continue to go in that direction, or you're buying the breakouts, right? So in this video, we're going to be talking about the breakout. So you can see off the open, we broke out over these pre-market highs. We've essentially just been power trending over our 5-minute 5 SMA and 10 SMA. Some of you guys watched the 9. We've been power trending over the 9 all day, essentially on the 5-minute time frame. Kind of pulled back shortly, a brief time here at 7:20 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. We pulled back in again at around 8:45. And then kind of dipped here, went absolutely nowhere during this New York lunch hour. Now, the New York lunch hour is going to start around 9 a.m. and it's going to finish around 10. So if you kind of look at this 10 a.m. candle here, what happens when, the big suits and the big money came back from lunchtime? They started to push the stock up again. Now, in Evolution's Discord, which you guys can join down in the description box below, you guys will see that I put in a level here of a 169. I was looking at the 169. Now, a lot of traders are going to say, well, it's a double top. Maybe it's time to short. Anyone who shorted the 169 high of day pivot got absolutely destroyed for about $1. Now, that's the level I was looking to play. Why? Because I understand my risk. Let's say, for example, I took this particular trade and it backpedaled. Maybe it broke and went for 10, 15 cents and then came all the way down and dropped $1. I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with assuming that type of risk. I understand that I'm playing a high of day breakout. It's a little bit more trickier than just buying the initial opening bell kind of break and run, right? So what I'm looking at here, okay, essentially what I'm looking at here is a break over 169, right? So this level here, this price level that I drew here, 169, that was the day's highs. What I'm looking for is that price action to break the day's highs, because 169 now becomes a pivot. If you don't know what a pivot is a just a price action, a point in price action where there could be a move, right? It's like if you think about, you know, a pivot point, that means if we're going this way and we hit a pivot point, maybe we're going back that. If we hit a pivot point this way, maybe we break through and there's momentum to the other side, right? It's just a pivot, right? If you guys know anything about basketball, you know there's pivots in basketball and sports. It's a pivot is a pivot, right? So if we look at this pivot point here, we know that there should be something happening around this pivot point, right? So what we need to have happen is get confirmation around that pivot point. Either we get a strong breakthrough and then a nice wick and then aggressive selling, right? That pivot point is telling us that there's a change in trend going back to the downside. But if we break that pivot point, put in a new high like we did here, and I'm going to show you at 10:15 a.m., we broke this pivot, put in a new high, then held. Okay, so if we break a pivot and hold, think about it like this. Think about it like this. If we're going to war, right? Imagine this is 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago. You know, we don't have airplanes, we don't have ships, we don't have tanks, none of that stuff. We're all on foot, right? We're all on foot. Do I want to go to war, right? Do I want to go to war with all my people, right? Do I want to be the first guy barging through the door, right? I could try to be a hero, or do I want to be the guy midway back or in the back? I want the cavalry to bust through the door. I want them to make a dent, and then I want to be midway back or in the back, charging through, kind of cleaning everything up, right? Being that we're day traders and being that we're scalpers, we don't need to catch the first move. We don't need to catch everything. We just need to catch a little piece. And it's that little piece that's going to be able to keep you in business, and that little piece that's going to make you profitable at the end of the year. So as we break this pivot here at 10:15 in the morning, we put in a new high at 169.25. That now becomes our entry, 169.25. What we need to see have happen is to confirm that new high over our pivot. And then we're going to get in here at 10:20 is exactly when I got into this play. Now we do pull back. We pull back for just 5-minute candle, which might have put you at break even, maybe into a little bit of drawdown. But again, understand where our stop is at. If our pivot level is 169, we would have to close below 169 and then look at the next area of demand, which is a 10-day moving average here, or maybe it's the 9 on your chart, maybe it's the 8. If we close under that next level of demand, the trade's over, we cut it, we take the loss like a man or like a big girl, and we just keep it moving, right? So as we break the pivot, we put in a new high. Our entry point becomes 10:20 a.m. if you want to pull it up on your charts. That's 1:20 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. So look at that 1:20 candle here. That's our entry candle. We do have 5 minutes worth of pullback. However, we still hold that pivot. Tesla is continuing to push higher here. I only have one remaining running contract on this. But as we pull back here, you can see we get an aggressive bounce off our power trending SMA, which is the 5, right? So we push off of this SMA here all the way up to a price of 169.80, and then the next candle pushes all the way up to around 170. So within a matter of 10 to 15 minutes, I took $1 off this trade. $1 on 10 contracts came out to $739.72. Beautiful trade in 10 to 15 minutes. Guys, it's not hard when you trust technical analysis, when you have a clear path. You understand that this is a probabilities-based business. We're going to win trades. We're going to lose trades. What the hell do we do when we lose trades? We move on, accept the fact that it's a probabilities-based business. We're not looking for just one trade. We're looking for a block of 20 trades. We're looking for a block of 40 trades, okay? Now, if you're a losing trader after 20 trades and after 40 trades, and you're following your rules and you have a plan and you have a system, then maybe we start looking at our strategy. Maybe we start looking at our edge, right? And it's maybe at that point in time, our edge needs to be adjusted. But I can guarantee you, if you look back at your last 20 trades or your last 40 trades and you are losing and not profitable, you are going to see that 9 times out of 10, it's not because the strategy doesn't work. It's because you held when you shouldn't have held. It's because you went in too early. You were that first wave of cavalry. You didn't wait for them to open the doors for you, okay? You didn't wait for confirmation. You tried to be a hero and you tried to short this double top, okay? Which is not what you should be doing on a trending day. I don't care if you feel like it's overextended. The charts will tell you, the price action will tell you when we're overbought or overextended or oversold, okay? So just make sure you go along with the trend, trust your strategy, trust technical analysis, have no opinion, no bias. It doesn't matter what you think, it doesn't matter what I think. The only thing that matters is what the charts are telling us. And also, when you have profits, now this went to a high of 170.44. Could I have squeezed another 50 cents out of this trade? Yes. Was I okay with taking $1.90 on 10 contracts? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to squeeze the whole $10 out of Tesla. I'm just trying to take $1 here, $1 there. You would be damn surprised how much that adds up to at the end of the week. This was about my third trade on Tesla today, and it's well over $1,000. I'll take that every single week out of the month, even if it takes waiting 2, 3, 4 days for this to happen. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys got something from this. If you guys want to trade with me, you guys want to learn my strategy, you guys want to trade with the rest of the team, join the Discord down in the description box below. If you guys want more and you guys actually want to learn how to be consistent and you want to learn maybe possibly how to get your hands on prop firm funding and you want access to me one-on-one Zoom calls, we could do live intraday analysis. We can do live trade breakdowns. If you made a mistake, you took a winning trade, we can break it down and see what you did right and how we can maximize those more winning trades in the future. If you took a trade and you did something wrong, we can go over those trades live in real time and we can see potentially it's just the market that did what the market does, or maybe we made a mistake on our end and now we need to adjust that so we don't make that mistake. If you want access to that, become a lifetime member at evolutiontraders.com. It's a one-time payment, comes out to less than $1 a day, okay? Most of us are spending $5, $6, $7 on Starbucks each and every single day. Again, invest in yourself, invest in your education. That's key. I'll see you guys all in the next video.